Buffalo Trace in Frankfort, Kentucky. We're going on a private tour. Let's take a look around. Let's go.
We just finished putting in 12 new 93,000 gallon fermenters. So these are 93,000 gallons, and you can look around and see them. We're still finishing up some of the plumbing on these things. We empty and fill 5 of these a day when we're distilling, and pretty much each one of these will account for around 200 barrels.
When they were knocking down this building, or actually fixing it up to do like a hall here to do weddings, they found these distillery under the ground. So what they did is they copper lined one of them, and now they have 5,600 gallons in here, and this is yeast from the air that is now eating away at the mash, and the distiller will come and put more yeast in this to speed up the process. It's right now 96 degrees, there's no heat, nothing. That's the yeast making the noise, and that's the yeast eating everything away, eating the sugars and turning it into alcohol. Buffalo Trace, come on in. This is one of the at least 30-foot high tanks in the distillery. This is the mash with the yeast added in. Let's go into one of the tasting rooms, have a taste. It's tasting time. The youngest barrels, at least 10 years. Smoother, a lot smoother actually, but we'll go back to the Buffalo Trace. Different flavor too. There are 12 Fermenter tanks in here, and they are 93,000 gallons each. And they get changed out every day. Look at all the old buildings. This is going to be 93,000 gallons of bourbon. What's better than that? This is mash fermenter number 14. The fermentation tanks that hold 93,000 gallons, this is from the bottom looking up. See how tall they are? They're at least 30 feet. So what they did is the makers of these came in and they put the top down here, lifted it up, put the first ring, lifted it up, the second ring, lifted it up, the third ring, lifted it up, the fourth ring, and they put it on top of this to keep it up there. That's how they get it in here. They build it right here. They're dumping the corn in. This is all the corn from the local farmers that comes here, and about 100 feet in front of this truck here that's dumping, they bring it in. Someone comes out with a big tube, puts it down the middle of the truck, takes the corn out and tests it to make sure it's good and it's the right age of the corn to be picked. So this is actually the corn right here. I think it's a barber chair, because this is where you put your head back to get a shave. This is to raise it up and down. This is where the spiders live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 windows in this room. Probably for 2 reasons. One is for the change of climate and the light to get in and out, so the barrels expand and get smaller, and also because maybe there was no electricity back then and it let light in during the day. This button says do not push. Let me see what happens when you push it. Boop. Come on everyone, we're gonna go into another room no one's allowed in. Oh, this is beautiful. In Kentucky, there's a lot of limestone, so the water runs through the limestone and it takes out all the bad stuff that you don't want in bourbon or other alcohols. So that's why the bourbon tastes better here in Kentucky. Is that a door to, one of those doors that you walk out and you die? The door to nowhere? Some of the metal. Fingerprints, I guess. Buffalo Trace's maintenance shop for that whole property here, over 100 acres.
This is the Chuckle Patch.
This is carved from a single block of limestone to honor the majesty of migrating buffalo in a wilderness past. This Colonel Blanton is hanging out. His nose looks big from the side. Is that a real depiction of his nose, you think?
Monsters? Weren't you afraid? No, ma'am, but they tied me in a big sack.
We make fine bourbon at a profit if we can, at a loss if we must, but always fine bourbon. Isn't that awesome? This is the barrel tracks. Here's where how they move the barrels around. They put the barrels around, it comes up, brings the barrel up here and drops it down. You see it's on a slight decline, and it sends the barrel over to that door down there that opens up, and that's how they move the barrels around here. I just bought this whole pallet of Eagle Rare. I'm only kidding. I didn't buy a pallet of Eagle Rare. This whole pallet of Eagle Rare is going to Japan. See the markings on here? This is the branding shed. This is where all the brand new barrels are. You can see them right here. There's a brand new barrel. They're already charred. Every barrel in this room is hand checked by the barrel maker. The people here at Buffalo Trace check every single barrel again. Every single barrel gets checked. And then the ones that don't meet their requirements, meet their standards, are put over here and get sent back. This is a bonded storage building for the barrels here at Buffalo Trace. We're going to take a walk inside. It says the warehouse is temporarily closed, but we're going to go in. Buffalo Trace. How awesome is that? So Buffalo Trace, it's an amazing place. We got here today, took a little tour. Great place, it's all good. Gift shop's beautiful. There's so many items down there to buy. Shirts, mugs, liquor. You can buy barrel tops. There's a lot of stuff down there to look in the store at. A lot of history here. The Kentucky River runs behind it. Just hearing the history, walking around the grounds, knowing how well they're doing and, you know, their expansion that they're doing, and the grounds are beautiful. The gardens, the big statue of the buffalo that they replaced, the log cabin, the flowers. It's like a beautiful place to walk around. And the barreling facility where they bond the barrels and keep it here, that is like I can look at barrels all day. I have no idea why. I'm not sure if there's something wrong with me, but it's just a nice place to come and visit. Thank you for coming on this journey with us. This is Andy's All Access. Out. Run into this room here.